Hello all, this is Quita with the Quitassential Life, and I'm coming to you today with a video showing me getting ready for a very long, drawn-out conference. It will be 8 hours, and I have to be under hot lights for the video to be able to participate, give my presentation, answer questions, etc. What I'm doing here is creating my brow and then setting it with powder, which is actually eyeshadow, and taking concealer to carve out and clean up my brows. I'll show you all the products that I used at the end, so stay tuned so you can see that. I like to take the concealer across the middle, at the top and the bottom, to just make sure they're even. So I draw a little line across there so you can see what, whether they're even or not, and then work with that. So I'm blending that out a little more, just taking some basic setting powder and setting the brows with that as well. Now I'm taking some eye primer and putting that on the rest of my lid, dusting that with a little setting powder. I used these products for my brows right there. Now I'm using one of my Juvia palettes to begin to lay down the color for the eye look. Going into the crease with a medium dark orangey brown, and then taking an even darker color more towards the crease, under the crease. The suit I'm wearing for this presentation is a teal green color, so I'm popping a little bit of that on the lower lid. Taking it out like a wing. And taking a little bit of a darker color across the top of that upper crease color, and then highlighting it with a white color. Then I'm putting in some dark purple to blend it all together and bring that eye look together. Now I am putting on my primer with the face. I use the e.l.f. Luminous Putty for that. Time to take off the scarf. That's another video of how I put my hair on. I just sprayed some e.l.f. setting spray on the whole thing. I like to set my primer. What you see here is a little bronzing that I've been using on top of my primer but under my foundation. It just gives you an inner glow. I saw that on YouTube. I can't remember which YouTuber it was. And now I'm using my Mented Cosmetics stick foundation, blending that in first coat. It gives you good coverage, but I like to take not really a second coat, but hit those areas where I need a little extra coverage for my freckles on my nose, especially, and around my cheek area where there are freckles, and blending that in. Continuing to blend. Blending is our friend. This is a small contour sponge that I got from e.l.f. I really like it. This is one of my first few times using it. So just pushing in what I have on my face from that. Now I am putting on my highlighter along with contour where that belongs, and we'll blend them all together at the same time. Now I'm taking a darker highlighter and putting it in certain places, forehead, down the T-zone, and right under the contour, the darker contour. And have blended that. Now we are using setting powder with that contour sponge and placing it. It will bake for a little bit. Now I'm taking an actual eyeliner to create the individual hairs in the front of the brow. Using a little mascara on the bottom row of my lashes. Now I am laying some color down right under the waterline, under the lashes, and taking it up like a wing under that teal color. And putting my I'm awake highlight right in the tear duct area. Now I'm putting on my eyelash glue. For the past at least 15 years I've been doing it this way. It saves me from mistakes made by accidentally touching the lash to your beautiful eyes. The makeup you've already put on. I like to pinch the skin together, and along with the lashes, my lashes and the false lashes, and it gives a seamless look where you don't even really have to wear eyeliner. Now I'm taking the brush and just blending out those individual hairs I drew with the eyeliner. And now I'm actually putting the black liner on and winging that out. We're getting close to our look. That was the lash. I'm sorry, y'all. That was the eyeliner. Now I first used NARS Orgasm Blush, and then I went into the Zulu palette pink to add to that blush. Now I'm putting my shimmery highlight on the high points of the face, the cheekbones, above the brow, the cupid's bow, tip of the nose, etc. And just blending that in with a brush with no product on it. Spritzing the face. Now I've got my suit on, and this is the final look. I am ready for my 8 hours of long presentations, answering questions to a very large audience. Let me know what you think of the look, and I will be able to show you how long it lasted. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so for brows, I basically use this Maybelline Tattoo put it in front of my face. Brush. Used a little bit of this AM/PM Lottie. It's a brown pencil, but it's an eyeliner. And the Studio Tattoo liner in brown. That's what I use the little strokes for here, then brush them out. Of course, I just use some e.l.f. Set It Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. Color I used, light medium. I used the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. Okay. I also used this. I got in my Etsy bag. This is Gigi Gorgeous Body Glow. I saw someone on YouTube use a sort of bronzing luminizer under their primer. Of course, I had already put mine on. I put this on, but it basically gave a little glow from within kind of thing, but without a lot of sparkle. So I tried that. I used the e.l.f. Eye Putty Primer under my shadow. I don't see it right now, but I used the Juvia concealer under here and to sculpt out my brows. I said a lot of things with my Fenty Beauty sort of everything pro filter powder. This is in honey. It's a little dark sometimes for me, but I used that and I balanced it out with this light medium that I mentioned before, which is a Prime and Stay finishing powder. So it's a primer and a finishing powder. For palettes, I use Juvia, Zulu. I used the brown for above my crease. I put this in the crease, above the crease. Use these two for the lid. I use this in the purple for right here. And this is the Warrior 3 palette by Juvia. I used this blue and this green for under here. I don't know if you can see that. Just to line, and then I took it out here. Ooh, I didn't use the Saharan. No. Ooh, broken. Okay. I did use one thing from my Morphe. This is my Morphe 35V palette. And I used this, and some of these purples here to add right there. So those were my eyes and what I used for that. I used the NARS Orgasm blush, but I also went back to my Zulu palette and used this to augment the blush. I used my Mented Cosmetics for my foundation today, and I used Juvia's stick for my contour in a darker color, but it's on the video. I like using this brush I got off of Instagram to blend because it just blends so much better than a sponge. It doesn't leave so many patches. And then this is an e.l.f. concealer blender, which I blended my other under eye with and also added the powder for setting with that. That was my first time using that. Love that. Lips, what did I do with that? I used A L'Oreal purpley color around the edges. I used a Morphe, oh here it is, a Morphe matte neutral color. This one is True Story. I love this True Story. Okay, True Story matte. That's on my lips too. And then this in the middle for the lighter color. And then I put this Fenty Beauty snake skin on the top, and it just sort of is iridescent and changes as you move around. So that's what I did face wise, basically. Yes, I did use my Naked Illuminated for my little shimmer luminescence. That's pretty much it. So thank you for joining me, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Check it out, how I worked with this and how that came out, as well as the makeup for my Zoom meeting and being professional in my jacket, accessories, and the shorts I have on under this. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Bye. Quita from the Quitassential Life. Subscribe, like, share.